was talking to you guys and I missed my turn. Whoops. It's just a nice day out. Another perfect day on Scott Family Farms. Yeah, I don't record the not so perfect days as much, but we get those too. Your face never itches until you have gloves on. And it's the worst. While I'm out here filling up the sprayer, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about food safety. I'm not afraid to buy or eat anything that comes from a grocery store, whether it's GMO, organic, free range, any of that. There is not food available to us right now that is dangerous to eat. Now, granted, in large amounts, certain things, yeah, obviously. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about GMOs are safe, organic is safe. I'm not against organic, that's not what we do on our farm, but there is a market for it, and that's great. But don't be afraid to eat anything that's at the supermarket, especially here in the United States. Our FDA and USDA does extensive testing and checks and balances on everything. There's nothing that's not safe at the food market here in the United States for you to eat or to feed your children. I feed my son. I feel very comfortable feeding him any food that we have grown or that other farmers in the United States have grown. Now, in one of my past videos, I talked about organic farming and asked if they do grow their crops using pesticides and herbicides. The answer is yes. Organic farming uses chemicals on their crops. Now, they can't use any synthetic chemicals or man-made stuff, but they just use a different formulation, and they do spray their crops as well. So if you think that eating organic will eliminate the use of pesticides or herbicides, you are incorrect. And again, I have nothing against organic farming, but it is a highly marketed product, and the marketing is not always very truthful, just like most marketing, I guess. But I just wanted to touch on that because I know I talked about it in an earlier video and I never revisited it. So there's the answer. Organic farming does use chemicals on their crops also. It's just a different formulation. So when talking about food safety, my recommendation would be to ask your local farmers around you. The hog farmers, the cattle farmers, the chicken farmers, whatever they might be. Go talk to them. Every farmer I've ever met has been very open about talking about their food safety and the processes they use and why. That's why I'm doing this YouTube channel, actually, is to show you guys actually what we're doing and why. You don't go to your mechanic for financial advice, and you don't go to your doctor to get your oil changed.
So, you know, my kidneys feel a lot better in this position. Maybe it's just that I'm not doing any calisthenics. You know, if I did some sit-ups in the morning or bent over like this, I'd probably feel 100% better. Moon River. Whew. Thank you, Doc. You ever serve time?
So why would you get your information about food from the internet? The internet doesn't grow food. There's a lot of websites and misinformation out there about farming and food safety in general. I would just suggest that you talk to a farmer directly to the source. You use an expert in every other important area of your life, whether it's religion or your finances or your vehicles or your marriage. You talk to a specialist, right? And an expert. So why don't you talk to an expert about your food? The people that grow it. I guess what I'm getting at is trust your food, trust the farmers. We're out here doing what we're supposed to be doing, using the processes that we know are safe and are healthy for us to eat and to feed our own families. He moved, so I didn't have to. All right. Good morning, it's another nice day out here on Scott Family Farms. I'm sitting in the sprayer today. I've got some more corn to spray. I'm in a field that I tried to get done a couple days ago on Saturday. Today is Tuesday. Sunday and Monday were super windy, like 30-mile-an-hour winds, so I did not want to spray in that. I'll show you on my iPad how much I have left. Just that little strip is all I have left to do out of this field. The reason I didn't spray that the same day I was doing the rest of this is that on Sundays we usually don't work.
Sort of like 7-Eleven. We're not always doing business, but we're always open.
That was nicely put.
Thank you.
If you leave it sit in the tank over the weekend, it can settle, and it will settle in your booms and gum stuff up, and it's just not good on stuff. I knew I could get it finished this week at some point, and I didn't want to let that sit over the weekend and get junk up our sprayer. But we're out here today, we're ready to go. Let's get it done. Gotta get my Raycon earbuds in. These are awesome, by the way. There is a link in the description down below if you want to pick up a pair. I do not get paid for that one. I just like these, that's it. Put a comment down below and see if you can guess what I'm listening to today. Amy probably knows. Amy down in Alabama, you know what I'm listening to. And we're done with that field. Didn't take long at all. Just up and back once and got it all covered. Let's fold up and head to the next field. Now I gotta head up north to our north ground and get, we've got about 180 acres or so up there to do. But that involves a little road time, so I'm gonna get going. It is another nice day out here on Scott Family Farms. Today I've got a little more spraying to do. I'm sitting on top of the sprayer right now. It's just a perfect day out. It is 70 degrees. There is no breeze. Maybe a little breeze, about 5 miles an hour, if that. It's sunny, it's warm, it's perfect out. It's my son's birthday today. Lincoln, happy birthday. He's 1. crazy. But today I got some spraying to do. I had a tank mixed up last night. The sprayer's full. Right before I went out to go spray it, it started raining, so I did not go spray it.
How do you think, Don? I keep playing. I don't think the heavy stuff's gonna come down for quite a while.
Certain chemicals like Roundup, if you spray it, it needs about a half hour before it is activated and on the plant. If it gets rain within half hour, it'll wash off of the plant and just go onto the soil and then won't be effective. So I didn't spray last night, but I've got a full tank. We'll head out and get that field done. It's just 70 acres left. That's a full tank. I'll cover 70 acres with that and we'll be done. Why do you need to use pesticides and herbicides on your field when there's no weeds out there? When they're nice and clean? Well, I'll show you the difference in this part of the field where I'm sitting, where there is no weeds, and this part of the field. This spot in this field did not get planted last year because it was too wet. So we didn't get tillage done last year, we didn't get spraying done last year, and we didn't have a crop growing here last year, so there was no control over this area. And as you can see, if you don't control it, this is what happens. There is corn planted here. It's all overgrown with weeds. That's why we're out here today. That's why I am spraying this right now. So this is a corn plant right here, and you can't even see the rows very well. Now this corn is Roundup ready. It is genetically modified to withstand Roundup. That's another reason we use genetically modified crops on our farm. All right, we got this field done. That's all the corn is sprayed. So hopefully we don't need to come back out and get any weeds. So I'm up north, but we need to head back home to my place and rinse out the sprayer a few times and get ready for beans. I don't really feel like driving though, so let's just snap home. There we go, easy as that. Let's get this thing rinsed out and ready for beans. What's up guys? Today we are spraying some beans. I've got a field that we did no-till on that has some non-extend beans, so I can't use extend, which is a chemical. So I have to use a different chemical, which is very expensive. The chemical I'm using today, we are using 0.6 ounces per acre of it, and it still costs $30 an acre. We're spraying 120 acres at $30 is $3,600. So when I say chemicals are expensive and we only use what we have to, now you can see why. Chemicals are extremely expensive. Yes, this is an expensive application, and they're not all this expensive, but you get the point. If we had to do this over all of our ground, we probably wouldn't because it's so expensive. But we just have a trouble spot in a certain field because of some of the history on that field and it being too wet last year and things like that. So, but we're out here, we're gonna get it done, we'll get it sprayed and move on. All the chemical I'm using, 2 of these little bottles, and that'll cover 40 acres. So again, not a lot of chemical. The other stuff, the AMS, is a fertilizer. And this other product is just a crop oil to help everything stick. Another difference with this application as opposed to what we've been doing This time we're doing 20 gallons per acre, so we're putting a little more product out there. The weed we're trying to kill that we're spraying, this product for, I will actually show you here. But it has very small leaves and a small plant area for the chemical to stick to. We need the chemical on the plant in order to kill it, so we're spraying a little more mix per acre to try to cover that plant better and get a better kill on it. So that's the reason we're using a higher rate of 20 gallons an acre. If you guys have any questions about what we're doing here today or in any video, just drop it in the comments below. I do see all of those comments. I do answer all of the comments to the best of my ability. And if you're wondering about something or something we're doing or not doing, let me know. I'll try to answer it. You can kind of see out here, I'll show you, it's kind of messy. But that's why we're out here, to get those out of the field so they quit robbing nutrients from our plants that we're trying to grow. All right, we got that field done with that bean spray that we were doing. That's good. Now we're on to some more bean spray. That was just an isolated field that had an issue with it that we needed to go out and fix. So now that that's done, we can get our regular bean spray on. But I think I'm gonna end the video here. Tomorrow's Friday when I'll be putting this out, so I gotta get it all edited and ready to go for you guys, and throw in some movie clips and things like that.
We are laughing.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I know you guys already did hit that thumbs up and like this video, so I won't even ask you to this time. That really does help out my channel and the analytics for YouTube. So I appreciate it. Catch you on the flip side.
I'll catch you on the flip side.